Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my YouTube channel or my Facebook page. I truly do appreciate and I'm humbled that people do watch me and that they watch on a replay. It truly makes me go from to be able to do this and want to do this each and every time. Now, I don't know if I'm having problems with my thing might have disconnected on me, so I've got to make sure that it's going to work okay. So let me just take the time to do that. I don't know why it went ahead and did this. Well, actually I can tell you the reason why, because it wasn't plugged in. So I'm just hoping that this will work okay. We'll know once we go down to my desktop, that's for sure. So welcome to Monday. This is where I do a 3D project, or I do a fancy fold card. Now this card, I've done one similar and just a little bit recently. It was called a W fold card, but I think it more of a W pop-up card. But then I wanted to show you that you could use some fantastic scenery designer series paper to work this. So hopefully it will work really well. I haven't tried one of these in particular like this, but I will get through it, that's for sure. So, you know, I think it's hard too because a lot of people have problems with masking cards. Masking cards are easy for me because I have two boys. Those are really the only cards that I ever made at one point. And that was before I went and did it as a business. So let's go on down to my desktop. Let's keep our fingers crossed that this works okay. Oh, and it's there. Oh, good. Okay, so I am actually going to use some of my favorite thing. This is not even the Brights paper. This is that Beautiful Blooms Designer Series paper. And I don't know why it's in there. But if you check out this Designer Series paper, you can see where it's got scenery. And this would work great for any one of these types of ones. This happens to be my favorite, so I'm going to use this because I want to get a masking card. I think that's the only paper that I'm really not keen on. So, but look at these sceneries. This reminds me of ranches around here. This reminds me of Lillooet, our area around Kamloops as well. And then it's got some really nice sceneries like this. This one would be very nice too, doing this particular card. And you know, even these ones would work. Any designer series paper would work, but it's kind of nice to be able to work with one that has a scene all the way through it. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to use this particular one. So I hope you enjoyed this particular card. And like I say, I'm going to do it as a masking card, and we will go forward with that. So I decided to use Secret C with this. And I'm just going to bring this all down here. I decided to use Basic Beige and Secret C. So I have our regular card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And you want to fold it into the mountain, and let's use a bone folder and get a really good bone fold on there. Now, I don't know if you're noticing a lot. It's not your trimmer. There's a lot of fraying when you cut. It's not your blades, it's the paper. The paper has way more fiber in it than it had before. So I use my sanding block. This one happens to be a painter sanding block. And I just sort of file that off. You can use an emery board. You could use sandpaper. You can use any of that sort of stuff. So that's going to be your favorite. That's going to be really your friend. All right, so then I went and I cut 3 pieces of this Secret C, and it might be a little too much, but this is 4 by 5 1/4, and I want to also do that on the inside of this card. I couldn't do it all in Secret C. I had to switch it up. So I have 3 of these that are 4 by 5 1/4, and we're gonna actually go ahead, and I've cut one of these pieces of Designer Series paper, and I have cut it 3 3/4 by 5 1/4 by 4, right? But what I want to do is I want to use, before I you know what, I could even do it on here. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and put that on there. Don't be afraid. Say hello. Tell me where you're from. Let's see. And then let's just put this on here. Now, I really like this designer series paper on this Secret Sea. And somebody said this the other day, and it makes so much sense. Secret Sea is the new black, and it really truly is. It's such a nice dark color, but it's great instead of it being stark black. And of course, it also goes good with this. Now, don't want to do too much to the front because it's such a gorgeous thing, but I wanted to come in and I wanted to do some different words on there. Forever loved, forever remembered. It could have things like this. There's the thoughtful ones. There's wonderful thoughts. So you have lots of this. We could do a thinking of you. But then there's also unbounded beauty has this as well. So I've got to decide what kind of a card I want to make. Sending good vibes. Thinking of you. That thinking of you is really quite nice. So let's see. I haven't used this that much. But I think I could do thinking of you. This is not a birthday card. It's one of those cards that you don't really want to have to get. But it's where somebody has been given some bad news. So kind of just want to go. Now I want to check to make sure that that's straight. So I'm just going to come in with my Secret Sea. Now I'm finding a lot of these cling mount stamps have a lot of space around them. So the easiest way to ink them up so you don't get those halos is just come in like this and just go ahead and go straight down and straight up, and that works great. Okay, so that's what I'm actually going to put on here, but I want to also run some twine around here. So let's go ahead and let's wrap some twine around there. I love this linen twine. I see in our new catalog we have some more linen twine. And I'm just going to tie this in a knot. Now if I don't get this tight enough, I can come to the other side and make it tighter. So let me just cut this off. Just go like this. I'll just tie this in a knot. So if you live in British Columbia, and I think around Canada there's a lot of different holidays, so it's like Happy BC Day for us in BC, and of course there's other different ones here. So around Canada, I don't think there's any more anywhere else. All right, so see how I've got that halo on there? I do not want that on there, because if I tend to press down a little too hard, it will go up, show as a halo. So again, I'm just tapping like that. I see that there's nothing on there. So I'm actually just going to put this thinking of you straight down and up. Just very, very subtle. All right, I'm just going to trim that up just a tad. All right. So now we have this basic beige, and it's going to go in here like so. So see how nice it looks with it just on there like that. And then on the inside, I'm also doing this Secret Sea on here. And then we're going to do a double W fold on here. Now, you might want to go ahead and emboss with this, but I kind of just want to leave it alone. So let's just put this on. This is a relatively simple, fancy, fun fold card. but I think it's got a bit of a wow factor in it. There we go. Just like that. We're going to embellish that in a bit. So these are the same size. These are 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm just going to go in and put those in there as well. This does use a lot of cards. I guess I could have left it like this, but I really thought this would be better with these on the inside. And then we'll do this as well. Now, to make the W fold, I have a piece that is 2 inches by 8.5 inches, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. Then I turned it and scored it at 2 1/8. So it's just like that. And then this is the part that is actually going to go on the inside of this particular card. So just bear with me here. Just want to make sure I've got this all right. So this is going to go like this. Just like this. Just like that. And then we're going to put this in after. So then I also have 4 of these pieces like this, and these happen to be Secret C, and they are measured at, this is measured at, let's see, 1 and let's see, I'll just measure it. Maybe I won't. I don't know where my measurements went to. All right. Four pieces of this, and this is 4 1/8 by 1 5/8, I believe. So there we go. I do have my. So 1 5/8 by 4 1/8. And these are going to be used as our borders around here. Now we have this piece of designer series paper. I know it's the same as the front, but I think you'll see that it works and it looks totally different afterwards. Yes. Hello, Denise. I'm coming to your area on the 16th. Well, we're hoping that's still going to happen with my, if I can get my pup calmed down to go on the plane. Anyways, okay, so we've got this piece here. So what I'm going to do is I want to measure this, and I want to measure this 1 1/2 inches in. Now I want to have it start, I think this is 1 1/2 inch. So we're going to cut that 1 1/2 inch. Now, this is very important that we keep this in the right order. So another one at 1 1/2 inches. And like I say, this was 4 by 6. There we go. So this is going to go, one piece is going to go on here. So let's go ahead and put that on there now. That. Our second piece is going to go down here. And it's very, like I say, very important that we keep this in the right order. I'm only in town. I get there on Saturday afternoon. And I'm only in town till the following Friday. It's so hard to get away. And I think they will have had enough of me and my puppy. And they're so busy, that family anyways, that maybe we can get together for lunch. Yes, that would be really nice. And there's that one. And see, this goes to that piece as well. So see how we're keeping this all in the order. Hello, Connie. How are you? So this is a Scenic W pop-up fold card. So this is just going to go right here. So then when we bring this back in, this is going to go here. This one's going to go here. This one goes here. And this one goes here. So I had done it totally different for my other one, but it at least shows you that it works quite well. So let me, all right. So now what I want to do is I want to come in 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I could go ahead and use tear and tape. You know what? I probably should have, and let me just, okay, so we are going to go in, this one's going to go here. I am going to, do I want, yeah, let's use the Secret C. Hello, Sharon, how are you doing? All right, so I'm going to come in here, and I am just going to use my tear and tape. Because it could be moved a lot, so we don't want it to. There we go. You know, I still think this is better as an M. Yes, that's how I'm going to do it. Whoops, this is not going to work, you guys. So let me take this all off again. I want to take this tear and tape off. This was silly to do it this way. I want to take that off carefully because it doesn't go out to that edge. Oh my goodness, you guys. We can kind of take it off. Oh, that was frustrating. But hey, we all make mistakes, don't we? Okay, so I'm going to just take this off very carefully because I don't want that. There we go. You know what? I can leave that on there. And leave this here too as well. Bring it back on itself. See how I did it? Oh dear. Oh, you're not that late, Sharon. All right. And we want to take this one off as well. Like I say, I'm just kind of taking that off because there's that. Now, what I want to do, and you know what? I think I might just glue it because I think we'll be okay gluing it. So I'm just going to come in here and glue in this part. Now I want to make sure that what I've done is I glue this so it's in the middle. And if you want to do a quick check on that, what you want to do is make sure you have 1 inch above and 1 inch below. And let's go with this one. Is it this one that goes next? Yes. So that's going to be 1 inch above and 1 inch below. Same with this one. When I say 1 inch above and 1 inch below, I mean 1 inch above here. See, this is from that piece there to 1 inch. and that's to an inch there. Let's put this one here, and see how we can do this too is I can turn around and just turn this, let's get this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. I can then line this up and see there's a tiny bit of that tear and tape there. And then I'm just going to also put some glue on there. And we're just going to line that up as well. So that makes it really easy for lining up, right? So just like that. And then this piece here is just going to go in here like so, or it could also go in I want this to come out. I want this to come out like this. So we can go ahead and put this right on here to here, and then when we go to close this, it's right within the boundaries there. So I am going to put the glue onto this back part here. Whoops, oops, oops. We did not want that to happen. Oh dear. All right, so let me come in with my, a sponge. And mine's going to be a bit of a dirty sponge. And we are going to put this right in the middle there. Make sure we line it up. This is probably the most difficult part. Ah, thanks, Sharon. You're so kind. All right. So then what we're going to do is this gets lined up just a bit. And like I said, this is going to go like that. So we're going to come here, and we are going to come with this part here and glue this down as well. There we go. So nothing like a really nice masculine card, right? With that scenery on there. I really like how that turned out. Now, I put this only to this edge here. In order for it to lie flat like that, it could have been fine, but I do not want this card lying flat. I want it to be like this. So it's just like that. And then what we can do is we can come in with these embellishments that go with this particular suite. And these are the, they're like a flower, but they're not a flower. Does that make sense? That's this pressed flower motifs. To me, it's a different pattern than a flower. And I think it's good enough to work here. So I'm going to put one there, smaller one here. If you ever do get this package and it's all over the place, thanks, Donna. If it's all over the place, what you want to do is you want to make sure, see how this can go here, is called Stampin' Up! With that, because you want to make sure that if it's all over the place, they're not sticking. So it's important that they do that. So simple card on the front. Why take away from the beautiful? Oh, of course you can showcase that. You bet, Denise. That's all good. Yeah. All right. So just like that, it opens up like that, and there we have it. Now it is a heavier card. It might take a little double the stamps and the postage. And the reason it is a heavier card is because I put this piece in the middle. I felt I needed a bit of a break around the card. So it's just like that. Simple. Like I say, couldn't be, it's fairly simple there. Like I say, had I put this out to the outside, it would have definitely closed flat, but this closes flat like that. All right. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that if If you like that, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it with it. Now, if you're wanting any of the product that I use for this and you live in Canada, just reach out to me. You can do it on my online store. Remember that you get rewards. And also, there's a sale coming tomorrow, and it's an in-color sale. So there's going to be a bunch of in-color product, and it's all over the place what's on sale tomorrow. So anybody that's on my email list will get a copy of what's on sale. Thanks, Donna. Anyways, so I hope that you like that. I think it's a really nice masculine card. Shows the beautiful scenery. To me, this reminds me of Southampton. I don't know if that's what it looks like, but that's what it looks like, Southampton in the UK. Awesome. All right, you guys. I will be back tomorrow at 4:30 Pacific time with my monthly or my weekly technique. You know, offhand, I can't think what it is, but I know I wrote it down. How sad is that? Oh my goodness. Anyways, so I'll see you at 4:30 Pacific time. Remember, oh, thanks, Marilyn. So, yeah. Use this paper to the best of it. That's all I can say. This designer series paper makes the card itself. Why play around with more parts to the card? All right, so remember to create because it's great for the soul, and we will see you tomorrow, 4:30 Pacific.